Fabrizio Romano has just announced that Vincent Kompany has been announced by Bayern Munich as their new head coach. This will be indeed a busy summer for managers, more probably than what we expect for players. Stick to the end to learn more.
Suddenly red shirts flooding back, chance for Cristiano Ronaldo!
Vincent Kompany has been announced as the Bayern Munich coach this afternoon. There have been speculations the whole week, starting from Monday all the way to when he was announced. Burnley and Bayern Munich were trying to reach an agreement because for Vincent Kompany, he was open. He was open to joining Bayern Munich as their new head coach. But Burnley and Bayern Munich were trying to resolve the transfer aspect. Remember, Bayern Munich have paid 12 million euros to get Vincent Kompany from Burnley. Burnley were relegated this season. The season that has just ended, they were relegated back to the championship 1 year after they were promoted, still under Vincent Kompany. There have been questions in regards to Vincent Kompany's loyalty, and others have labeled him a betrayer. Why have they labeled him a betrayer? They have labeled him a betrayer simply because Burnley expected him, that since Burnley stuck by him when Burnley were facing the difficult situation in the Premier League, Burnley stuck by him. They did not sack him, unlike other teams who are struggling to avoid relegation, who sacked their managers. But Burnley believed that with him and the project that he was building in that team, probably he deserved more time. They were rightly so, until Bayern Munich came knocking. And this is what happens when you have a good manager or a good player in a team that is not performing well. Of course, whenever a bigger club than your club comes knocking, chances are they're going to buy into the idea. They'll be willing to leave the club. And this sadly happened to Burnley. And the feeling inside Burnley is that Vincent Kompany betrayed them. They're justified to believe so. And also Vincent Kompany is justified to dream big and try a new challenge in Bayern Munich. Remember, Vincent Kompany has not coached any of the big clubs. He was a manager at Anderlecht and now Burnley. But now he has been promoted to Bayern Munich. And next season, it's Vincent Kompany versus Xabi Alonso. All of these are Pep Guardiola students. All of these players, all of these managers, when they were players, they played for Pep Guardiola. And it will be interesting to see whether Bayer Leverkusen will be able to retain their league, or Vincent Kompany with Bayern Munich, he'll be able to exert his enormous pressure, to exert his dominance in the Bundesliga. I know one of the players who is particularly excited by this news should be Leroy Sané, because Sané worked with Vincent Kompany. They played with Vincent Kompany in Man City. And probably he's glad, or they are glad, to reunite with one another. And let's see what Vincent Kompany will bring out of the Bayern Munich squad. Not only Leroy Sané, but other players, the likes of Harry Kane, Jamal Musiala, Joshua Kimmich, Leon Goretzka. Let's see whether Bayern Munich will be there to compete for the title next season, as well as in the Champions League. We'll wait and see what will happen. This season, you remember that this summer, most of the leagues, the Premier League ended last weekend. The Bundesliga ended last weekend. The La Liga and Serie A will end this particular weekend. And this far, for the few weeks already into the summer, or a few weeks into the transfer window, but we have already seen a lot happening, especially in the managers market. Xavi was sacked by Barcelona a month after he made a U-turn and decided that he was not going to leave, he was going to stay. But Barcelona have sacked him, and they have replaced him with Julian Nagelsmann, who was the former Bayern Munich coach. Also, Maxi Allegri has been sacked by Juventus. Jurgen Klopp left Liverpool because he said he needed a rest. Thomas Tuchel was left Bayern Munich by mutual consent, and that created the opportunity for Vincent Kompany. And there are rumors that Mourinho could be back into the Premier League. Chelsea, there have been rumors linking Mourinho with Chelsea. These have been some sort of they have been in a relationship where they date for some time, break up, date again, break up, and now they want to give it a try again, according to multiple reports. You remember that Jose Mourinho has been in Chelsea for 3 spells. If he manages to go back to Chelsea, that will be the fourth spell at Chelsea. But Chelsea, remember, it's believed that from internally, they believe that they want a young manager, a manager who is playing possessive football, and of course, a manager who is young enough to be able to build this project and take the project to the next level. For Chelsea, I think I am convinced that was a wrong mistake to let Pochettino go, because Pochettino has built this team starting from when the season started. He has built this team. When you watch Chelsea, when the season was starting, they were a little bit nervous. They were shaky. That's why they had poor results. But towards the end of the season, they have been, I think, one of the best clubs in terms of how they play, the amount of goals that they're scoring. They have been good defensively, especially after they lost the Arsenal game. And sacking Mauricio Pochettino at this particular point, that's wrong. We are heading into the summer transfer window. I want to be surprised if the manager that they bring in will try and sign new players. Remember that the current players who are at Chelsea were signed because of the Poch project. So if another manager comes here and says, look, I'm not interested in these particular players, I don't think they'll be able to fit in my squad, that means that Chelsea again will go into the transfer season, spend more money, offload some players for less money than they acquired them. And this is just, it's like a merry-go-round. It just keeps on, the cycle goes on. Since they sacked Thomas Tuchel, they brought in Porter, they brought in Lampard. Now Pochettino, again, they're going for another coach, and I won't be shocked if the coach doesn't perform and next season or in the course of the season he's shown the door. For you to build a project, and I always like to give an example of Arsenal. They stuck with Mikel Arteta, irrespective of what they were facing. If you stick with the manager, don't judge the manager based on 1 season. Don't judge a manager based on 2 seasons. Give him at least 3 seasons. If there is no improvement in 3 seasons, then you're justified to sack him. But nowadays, there's the microwave mentality amongst the club owners, amongst the CEOs, amongst the fans, where if a coach does not perform the next day, you feeling he must go. Same applies to Erik ten Hag with Manchester United. There are reports that if he does not win the FA, then he'll be sacked. We are waiting to see whether he'll win the FA, because Manchester United are leading at the moment against Manchester City. And if they are able to win the FA and they stick with Erik ten Hag, could history be repeating itself? You remember the story with Sir Alex Ferguson, where he was almost sacked until a match in the FA is the one that saved his career and probably made him, that particular match has been the most important match in his career, because from there he became the Sir Alex Ferguson that we all know, the Sir Alex Ferguson that young coaches admire, the Sir Alex Ferguson that is regarded the best, one of the best Premier League coaches to have ever graced the Premier League. Also, West Ham have appointed Lopetegui, having parted ways with David Moyes. And Man United are linked with Kieran McKenna, that is the Ipswich Town coach. And one thing about the coaches, the managers' transfers, is that if one manager moves from one club to another, it creates some sort of a chain. There's a domino effect whenever a manager moves from one club to another. Because at the moment, Vincent Kompany has left to go to Bayern Munich. His position at Burnley is left vacant. They'll go for another manager. And now with the trends where teams are willing to pay for managers, the likes of Liverpool. Liverpool paid to get Ancelotti. Bayern Munich have paid to get Vincent Kompany. This is a trend that will keep on going on. And now managers, prior to what has happened this season, probably people believe that if the coach is performing well and he has a contract that ties him down to the club, there's no way that he's gonna leave, not unless it's by mutual consent. But this particular season and this particular trend implies that managers can even be bought, just like players. What does this have? What are the implications of this particular trend? Only time will tell. Let me know what you guys think about the manager's fiasco that's going on, the transfers. Let me know which team you support and whether you want your manager to stay, or if you support Man United, Chelsea. Tell me down there in the comment section which coach you would want to coach your team come next season. For all the managers that have been hired by new clubs, all the best. For those who have been sacked, Take heart, try again, and if you get another project, give it a go. See you in the next video.